I look at the Lakers, and I think what you're seeing now is the truth. This is what they are, and I think they're being a little unmasked here.
Well, it's interesting because we've talked about this on my show and when I've hosted for you. I'm not sure the bubble has destroyed some of these businesses. I think it's sped up the process, right? And I think it's happened some in sports. This has sped up the process. Let's not undersell the loss of Avery Bradley.
Yeah.
You know, Rondo's a loss because of experience, and people think playoff Rondo. He hasn't been a very good player in this league in over half a decade, maybe even a decade. Okay. But you do lose Rondo. But when you lose Avery Bradley, who's a three-point shooter, is your best perimeter defender, is essentially your starting point guard, and was playing his best basketball of his Laker career, just his Laker career, you lose him, and now you're throwing out there Quinn Cook, who, I mean, look, Quinn Cook got destroyed by Chris Paul because he's supposed to get destroyed by Chris Paul. Chris Paul's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Quinn Cook was a G Leaguer who's found a way to stick in the NBA. Like, it exposes everything. And the irony to missing that one position is, you know, when LeBron and the Heat lost to the Dallas Mavericks the first year, what has never been discussed is that Mike Bibby was awful at point guard the first 5 games. He was so bad that in game 6, the last game of that NBA season, he didn't even take off the sweats. He didn't play. Okay. He was washed at that point in his career. And if you get exposed badly at that spot, it changes everything. You're right. They don't have enough shot creators. That's one reason that the 3-point shooting is down. They don't have enough guards. This season will likely come to an end sooner rather than later because they couldn't talk Darren Collison out of not retiring because Avery Bradley chose to opt out of playing in the bubble and because they could not find a way to get enough perimeter players in a league in which you have to have that if you want to succeed at the highest level.
So, you were, when you left college basketball, you were the 7th all-time leading assist guy, meaning that you had teammates, you were the passer, they were the finisher. We all know you couldn't shoot. But needless to say, you were a great distributor, and it's all about cohesion in basketball. You can be Michael Jordan, but you need a Pippen, you need a coach, you need a Kerr, you need a Rodman. You can't do it all, not even LeBron. I look at Embiid and Simmons, and Doug, it's the Hollywood marriage. It looks good on paper. It looks good in a picture, but for some reason it doesn't work. What is your takeaway after now they're both hurt?
You know what's interesting is that we used to think that Simmons' work ethic was going to be his downfall and Embiid's body was going to be his downfall because of injuries. And now it seems to be a little flipped, right? It's Embiid struggles to play hard every night and to totally be engaged. And Simmons is the one who's had the back injury and now has a knee injury and is out for the season, right? That thing has changed. Look, they're both dynamic talents. They're both all NBA caliber talents. They do struggle to get along with each other, with teammates. I think there's some reasonable frustration between both. But if it's me, I was always on the side of Team Simmons simply for 2 factors. 1, he makes other people better around him. And 2, he hasn't been hurt as much as Embiid. Well, now you take the injury thing aside because he's hurt more than Embiid. And I'm not sure he can make everybody better because of his refusal to shoot jump shots. And so I agree with you. I do think that it's going to be time to break these two up. They don't seem to be making each other their best selves. And I think Simmons is the one who's most likely to go.
Yeah, by the way, I don't usually talk a ton of golf on this show, but no Tiger Woods this weekend. Doug, I was riveted. We've got all these guys who trash talk. Golf has become the Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau. Dustin Johnson used to be a trash talker. He's like the guy that goes to bed at 9 o'clock now. What did you? I watched the leaderboard yesterday. No Tiger, and I'm like, if this is the future of golf for 10 years, these are fascinating personalities.
Yes, this is like Steph Curry's going through this with the Trae Youngs and the Damian Lillards of this world, right? Like what he is, everybody else. You know, when Tiger Woods brought not just this big personality and persona to golf, but he hit it a mile and he was in great physical condition and different sorts of physical condition. But look what DeChambeau has done since he changed his body, how far he's hitting a golf ball. Like he's basically. Tiger is a victim of his own success. Now, when you play in a course in which you got to hit it long and straight, he no longer truly can compete. But it still is missing something. Look, golf is better without fans because you don't have a you demand, be the ball, some sort of yellow. You can see the entire course. And yes, you can hear the voices. I think golf probably benefits. And it was a really, really good watch.
Yeah, it was. It was a great watch, and it's an interesting point. Golf without fans is less tedious at times because all the goofball fans yelling, "You the man." Doug Gottlieb, good stuff. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.